Good morning, my dear students. Hope all of you are doing very well. Once again, your SS teacher is here with you along a new video related with Chapter 2 of Geography, Physical Features of India. So, without wasting time, let's start. We all know India is a large landmass formed during different geological periods which has influenced her relief. Besides geological formations, a number of processes such as weathering, erosion, deposition have created and modified the relief of its present form. This chapter helps us to understand the various landforms and their significance for our country. Basically, the physical features of India can be grouped: the Himalayan mountains, second, the northern plains, third, the peninsular plateau, fourth, the Indian desert, fifth, the coastal plains, and the last one is the island groups of India. So let's read about all these one by one. Major physiographic division of India is the Himalayan mountains. The Himalayas, geologically young and fold mountains, stretch over the northern borders of India. These mountain ranges run in west to east direction, or you can say from Indus River to the Brahmaputra River. They form an arc which covers a distance of about 2400 km. Their width different from 400 km in Kashmir to 150 km in Arunachal Pradesh. द हिमालयाज़ कंसिस्ट ऑफ 3 पैरेलल रेंजेस, या आप कह सकते हैं कि हम हिमालयाज़ माउंटेन को नॉर्थ से साउथ डायरेक्शन की तरफ 3 पैरेलल रेंजेस में डिवाइड करते हैं. द नॉर्दर्न मोस्ट रेंज इज़ नोन एज द ग्रेट और इनर हिमालयाज़ और द हिमाद्री. It is the most continuous range with an average height of 6,000 meters. It contains all the prominent Himalayan peaks. The second one is the range lying to the south of the Himadri is known as Himachal or Lesser Himalayas. The height varies from 3,700 and 4,500 meters and the average width is of 50 kilometer. The Pir Panjal, the Dholadhar and the Mahabharat ranges are also the most important and the prominent ones. The famous valley of Kashmir, Kangra, Kullu Valley in Himachal Pradesh, it is well known for its hill stations. Now the third and the last range, the outermost range of the Himalayas is called the Shivaliks. They extend over a width of 10 to 50 km and have an altitude varies between 900 to 1100 meters. The longitudinal valley lying between Lesser Himalayas and the Shivaliks are known as दून्स. मतलब वो लॉन्गिट्यूडनल वैली जो लेज़र हिमालयाज़ मीन्स मिडल हिमालयाज़ और शिवालिक के बीच पाई जाती हैं उन्हें हम दून्स कहते हैं. सच एज देहरादून, कोटली दून, पाटली दून, दीज आर वेल नोन दून्स. डिवीज़न of the Himalayas on the basis of regions from west to east have been demarcated by river valleys. जैसे हमने हिमालयाज़ माउंटेन को नॉर्थ से साउथ में डीमार्केट किया या उसकी पैरेलल रेंजेस की, उसी तरह से अब हिमालयाज़ का डिवीज़न हम वेस्ट टू ईस्ट भी करते हैं. और ये डीमार्केशन कैसे होता है? विद द हेल्प ऑफ रिवर वैलीज़. द पार्ट ऑफ हिमालयाज़ लाइंग बिटवीन द इंडस and the Satluj has been traditionally known as Punjab Himalaya, but it is also known regionally as Kashmir and Himachal Himalayas. सतलुज और इंडस रिवर के बीच जो हिमालयाज़ आते हैं वो पंजाब हिमालयाज़ कहलाते हैं, लेकिन रीजनली उनको हम कश्मीर या हिमाचल हिमालय के नाम से ही जानते हैं. द नेक्स्ट इज़ the part of the Himalayas lying between Satluj and Kali River is known as Kumaon Himalayas. The Kali and the Tista river demarcate the Nepal Himalayas, and the part lying between the Tista and the Dihang river is known as Assam Himalayas. Now the last demarcation of Himalayas is beyond the Dihang Gorge. The Himalayas bend sharply to the south and spread along the eastern boundary of India, जो बिल्कुल ईस्टर्न मोस्ट एरियाज में हैं, और दे आर नोन एज द पूर्वांचल और द ईस्टर्न मोस्ट हिमालयाज. The Ganga, the Brahmaputra and the Indus along with their tributaries. The deposition of alluvium in a vast basin lying in the foothills of the Himalaya over millions of years formed this fertile plain. It spreads over an area of 7 lakh square kilometer. This plain is 2,400 kilometer long and 240 to 320 kilometer broad and is densely populated. It is agriculturally very productive part of India. The northern plain is broadly divided into 3 sections according to its लोकेशन. लोकेशन के हिसाब से नॉर्दर्न प्लेन को हम 3 पार्ट में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. द फर्स्ट वन इज नोन एज पंजाब प्लेन्स. द वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ द नॉर्दर्न प्लेन इज रेफर टू एज द पंजाब प्लेन एंड इट इज़ फॉर्म्ड बाय द इंडस एंड इट्स ट्रिब्यूटरीज. लार्जर पार्ट ऑफ दिस प्लेन लाइज इन पाकिस्तान. ज़्यादा जो बहुत बड़ा पार्ट है इस रीजन का वो पाकिस्तान में लाई करता है. The second one is the Ganga plain. It extends between the Ghaggar and the Tista river. It is spread over the states of Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar and partially Jharkhand and West Bengal. Now the third part is to its east, especially in Assam, lies the Brahmaputra plain. Third section कौन सा हुआ नॉर्दर्न प्लेन का? ब्रह्मपुत्र प्लेन. स्टूडेंट्स, अकॉर्डिंग टू द वेरिएशंस इन रिलीफ फीचर्स, नॉर्दर्न प्लेन को हम बेसिकली 4 पार्ट में या 4 रीजन्स में डिवाइड करते हैं. द फर्स्ट वन इज़ नोन एज भाबर. द रिवर्स आफ्टर डिसेंडिंग फ्रॉम द माउंटेन्स डिपॉजिट पेबल्स इन अ नैरो बेल्ट ऑफ अबाउट 8 to 16 किलोमीटर इन विड्थ, lying parallel to the slopes of the Shivalik, and this belt is known as Bhabar. South of this belt, the streams and rivers re-emerge and create a wet, swampy and marshy region that is known as Tarai. The third one is known as Bhangar. What is it? The largest part of the northern plain is formed of older alluvium. They lie above the floodplains of the rivers and present a terrace-like feature. This part is known as Bhangar. The newer, younger deposits of the floodplains are called Khadar, जो every year renew होते हैं almost every year, and that's why they are so fertile and thus ideal for intensive agriculture. These floodplains are called Khadar. उन्हें टेक्टोनिक प्लेट्स थ्योरी पढ़ी है. गोंडवाना लैंड का सबसे पुराना जो पार्ट है वो पेनिनसुलर प्लेट्यू है. This plateau consists of 2 broad divisions, that is the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The part lying to the north of the Narmada River, covering a major area of Malwa Plateau, is known as the Central Highlands. The Vindhya range is bounded by the Central Highlands on the south and the Aravalis on the northwest. The flow of the rivers draining this region, namely the Chambal, the Sindh, the Betwa and the Kain. The eastward extension of this plateau are locally known as Bundelkhand and Bhagelkhand. The Deccan Plateau is a triangular landmass that lies to the south of the river Narmada. The Satpura range flanks its broad base in the north, while the Mahadev, the Kaimur hills and the Maekal range from its eastern extension. Western and the Eastern Ghats are the main important part of the peninsular plateau. These mark the western and eastern edges of the Deccan Plateau. The Western Ghats lie parallel to the western coast. They are continuous and can be crossed through passes only. The average height of the Western Ghats is 900 to 1600 meters. The highest peaks including the Anaimudi and the Doda Beta. The Eastern Ghats stretch from Mahanadi Valley to Nilgiris. These are discontinuous, irregular and dissected by rivers draining into the Bay of Bengal. The average height of these ghats is 600 meters. Mahendragiri is the highest peak in the Eastern Ghats. It is an undulating sandy plain covered with sand dunes. This region receives very low rainfall below 150 millimeter per year. Streams appear during the rainy season but disappear into the sand. Luni is the only large river in this region. Barchans means crescent-shaped dunes cover larger areas but longitudinal dunes become more prominent near the Indo-Pakistan boundary. Comprising of the coastal plains of India. The western coast sandwiched between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea is a narrow plain. It consists of 3 sections and these are: the northern part of the coast is called the Konkan, Mumbai and Goa. The central stretch is called the Kannad Plain. The southern stretch is referred to as the Malabar coast. The plains along the Bay of Bengal are wide and level. In the northern part, it is referred to as the Northern Sircar, while the southern part is also known as the Coromandel coast. Large rivers like the Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and the Kaveri have formed extensive delta on Coromandel coast. Chilika Lake is an important feature along the eastern coast. It is the largest saltwater lake in India and lies in the state of Odisha. The main important physiographic division of India is the island groups. India has 2 groups of islands. The Lakshadweep Islands lie close to Malabar coast of Kerala. This island is composed of small coral islands earlier known as Lakadweep, Minicoy and Aminidev. In 1973, these were named as लक्षद्वीप. इन 3 आइलैंड ग्रुप्स को मिला के इसको 1973 में लक्षद्वीप का नाम दिया गया. इट कवर्स अ स्मॉल एरिया ऑफ 32 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर. कावाराती इज इट्स कैपिटल. दिस आइलैंड ग्रुप हैज़ ग्रेट डाइवर्सिटी ऑफ फ्लोरा एंड fauna. Andaman and Nicobar Islands form an elongated chain of islands in Bay of Bengal. This group of islands is divided into 2 categories, Andaman in the north and the Nicobar in the south. These islands lie close to the equator and experience equatorial climate and have a thick forest cover. And because of this, there is a great diversity of flora and fauna here. End of the video. I hope all the concepts related with the physiographic divisions of India are very clear to all of you. So once again, read the chapter thoroughly, do your work properly, stay safe, stay at home. See you soon with a new video. Till then, have a nice day.